With the release of the new Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, the Batman Arkham series is one that's been on my mind a lot lately. The games themselves are incredibly solid, amazing titles that have well earned their fame and recognition. One thing I certainly think about a lot with later entries in particular is the alternate skins, one of my absolute favorite features. It may sound like a superficial thing, but I firmly believe that skins and cosmetics are something that can add a ton of longevity to games. With as many costumes and looks as Batman has seen over the years, there's a ton to play with for a Batman game with cosmetics. Arkham City has a fairly expansive list of ones to look at, so I thought I'd take some time to take a look at my favorites. Number 5. Sinestro Core. Yellow is a rather unconventional color for big, tall, and brooding, and that's part of why I love it so much. It stands out a lot in the Dark City, but it doesn't make Batman look any less imposing. The yellow lanterns primarily weaponize fear, something that Batman is no stranger to. The little details of the suit, like the yellow lantern ring, show a ton of attention to detail that really just go to show how much love and admiration the people behind the games had for the character, his world, and every aspect of what makes Batman such a beloved character. Number 4. 1970s Batsuit. It's an oldie, but a Goldie. It's one of the most nostalgic looks for Batman, having been prevalent in comics and popular media for decades. Even if you aren't a super huge Batman fan, you've probably at least seen this look in something. The gray and blue contrast against the cold, snowy concrete jungle of Arkham City in a really cool way. It's a friendlier look for Batman, but I feel like that juxtaposition just makes its presence in a world like this even cooler and stand out even more. Gray and blue is a really good look for Batman, and it's a really nice inclusion to see it make a comeback, even if in a smaller way. Number 3. The animated series. It would just feel wrong not to include this one, being by far the most unique looking suit on the entire list. The animated series is one of the most influential and popular Batman things ever created, and of course would end up becoming the foundation for Arkham Asylum and the rest of the series moving forward. So it's only natural that it be included. And much like the last one, the contrast is one that I find to be super cool. It's like every wicked imagination I ever had seeing this Batman brutally take down his enemies, breaking the bones and limbs of all the unsuspecting thugs that try to get the drop on him. It applies to almost all the skins, but using this one and gliding over the rooftops, perching on vantage points, really does give me the feeling of being on the night patrol, protecting the city from all who would do it harm. Number 2. Batman Beyond. The one part of Batman that can't ever seem to catch a break, with all the cancellations it's been seeing over the years. It's not Terry McGinnis, that's for sure, but it's a really cool look at seeing what this suit would look like on Bruce in his prime. You would think that translating such a different, more stylized suit would look weird in the more realistic setting of the Arkham series, and you wouldn't be entirely wrong to think that, but I would be lying if I said that bothered me even a little bit. I think it adds even more of that uniquely comic booky feel that was sort of gradually lost over the course of the series, as amazing as all the games are. This suit is so different from the more armored, militarized version that we later see in Arkham Knight, and I'm definitely a fan of that one too, but my thoughts on all the costumes and cosmetics in Knight would definitely warrant their own separate video from this. Number 1. The Dark Knight Returns. I'm not sure how contentious it is to say, but The Dark Knight Returns is one of my absolute favorite Batman stories. I love the comic, and even rewatch the animated movies fairly regularly. It's a bulkier look for sure, but still maintains the simplicity and sleek look that makes the base suit work so well. It's an older, more worn down Batman, but also looks grizzled and, frankly, just really, really cool. Just seeing him next to thugs and talk to the people he saves throughout the city, it's by far the most imposing costume of them all. At least I think it is. This video was a bit shorter than my usual shtick, and definitely a bit more casual and off the cuff than my usual scripted content, but the Arkham games are easily some of my favorite games ever, and ones I go back to year after year, and I love to replay the stories and mess around in the challenge maps, and part of that is just seeing how they feel so different with the different cosmetics. If people are interested in more videos like this, I would love to do more. I love to talk about these games in general, really. I have a few shorts up on the Arkham games right now if you want to check those out. And hey, what are your favorite cosmetics in Arkham City? Leave a comment, let me know. And while you're there, why not subscribe for more and ring the notification bell? Leaving a like helps a lot too. I also have a Ko-fi link down below. There's not really any exclusive content linked to it right now. It's just a tip jar to help support the show and make my life easier. Don't feel like you're missing out too much if you can't give money. I totally understand. That's not really the point of having it. Regardless of all that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again.